What's up, guys? I'm Jim Ansel, this is Real Deal Outdoors, and we just got our brand new mystery tackle box for the month of June. Alright, so before we get started, you guys might notice the lighting in here really sucks. The light above my desk actually blew out. I gotta go get a new light bulb, so right now all I've got are my studio lights, and they tend to be really harsh. So until I get that light bulb fixed, everything's just gonna look washed out and crappy. That overhead bulb really added a lot of warmth to the room, so I'm sorry if the quality's not quite up to par as opposed to some of the other videos that I've done. But anyway, guys, we got our mystery tackle box. This is the Mystery Tackle Box Pro Bass Box, and this is June 2020. So before we dig into this thing, I want to thank Mystery Tackle Box for sponsoring this video. They send me this box every month. It's been a pleasure working with these guys over the last year. I really love this box. I love the stuff that you get. I love that it makes you step outside the box and try new things. It really makes you a better angler, guys. And it also gives you something really cool to look forward to each month as an angler. So listen, guys, if you want to try Mystery Tackle Box out for yourself, I can help you guys out with that. There's a code down in the description you can use to get a discount off your first box. You can get your first box for as little as 10 bucks. You're gonna get way more than your money's worth for that first box. You're probably gonna get $35, $40 worth of tackle in there, and you're only gonna pay 10 bucks for it. It's a really good deal, guys. And there's no obligation, so if you do get this box and you decide that it's just not for you, you can cancel at any time, no harm, no foul. But I really do think you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, guys, let me address something real quick because there's a couple of comments that I've read on Facebook groups and message boards about these boxes. Some guy posted just even a little while ago that he ordered his first box this month and it took so long to get here that he was canceling his membership. Guys, be realistic. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the country that could potentially slow down the shipping process. Once Mystery Tackle Box ships these things out, it's out of their hands. It's all up to the carrier. So if your box says that it shipped out on the 5th and it doesn't reach your house until the 15th, Mystery Tackle Box doesn't have anything to do with that. You know, typically these boxes come pretty quick. Under normal circumstances, Mystery Tackle Box is on the ball. They get these things out pretty early and into your hands before the middle of the month. So just keep in mind with all the stuff going on in our country, if you do decide to place an order in the near future, it might take your box a little bit longer to get to you. Anyway, guys, let's get to what you all came to see. Let's jump into this box and we'll see what they sent for us this month. All right, guys, so let's get into this month's box. You'll notice that I'm doing something a little bit different here. It's a tighter shot. I just thought that maybe the focusing would be a little better like this. When I got it high up on the tripod, the camera wants to freak out and go in and out of focus a lot. So I figured we'd try something different. So let's see how it works out and we'll see what we get in this box. All right. Okay, guys, so as always, first thing we're going to come to here is our dibble. All right, the dibble, this is tips and tricks. It's basically just a flyer that they send out in every box. It's got all kinds of useful tips and tricks. Since this is the bass box, it's going to have great bass fishing tips and tricks. Sometimes there's stuff in here about the individual lures that they send you. Sometimes it's just general information, but there's always something useful in here. Guys, I've learned things from the dibble that I didn't know, and I've been fishing for over 30 years. So definitely check out your dibble. I always recommend you guys read this thing. All right, guys, so the next thing in the box that we've got here is our sticker. This is something cool that Mystery Tackle Box does. You get a different sticker design in every box each month. It's just a cool touch that they add to this box. I really love the stickers. I put them all over my tackle boxes and on my tackle storage and all kinds of stuff. So it's just a neat thing that Mystery Tackle Box does. I always enjoy getting them. All right, guys, so next up in the box, we've got our bait card. And the bait card basically just lets you know what you're getting as well as the value of what you're getting. So it kind of lets you know in terms of value where you're standing on the box overall. It's also handy to use if while you're going through the box you get something you don't know what it is. You can always look it up on the card. All right, guys, so the next thing that we've got here is something new that Mystery Tackle Box has been doing in their more recent boxes. You know, they've been sending out these cards with individual baits that go along with the baits in the box. It looks like this month they gave us one about a certain technique, power fishing. And so I assumed that a lot of the lures that we're going to get in this box are power fishing lures, but it gives you some power fishing tips here. And then on the back of the card, you'll see that it's got kind of like a map on here, and it shows you where you can use certain lures or certain techniques. And it's pretty cool the way they got it set up. So this is something cool that's going to help a lot of people out, man. It's especially going to help out you newer guys that haven't done a whole lot of fishing before. There's some great information on these cards, so definitely make sure you check this out and read through it. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the box here. All right, so this is a lure from Vexen. It's called the Knockin', and is part of their Deep Thud series. I've actually gotten a crankbait from Vexen in a mystery tackle box before. It was a lot different than this. It was a Fat Boy or something like that, I think it was called. A real fat crankbait. It works really well. It's got a real deep thud, that rattle inside of it. It sounds awesome, and it's got a nice tight action. So I'm really looking forward to getting this out and using it. You know, it's a square bill, so it says the depth that we go to here is 3 to 4 feet. It's 3/4 ounces. All right, the color here is Shelby Shad, so really cool lure. And like I was saying when we were taking a look at the card, this is a power fishing bait. You're going to be able to power fish with this bait. It's going to be perfect for you guys to throw around and deflect off a cover and stuff like that. Bounce it off of rocks. That's when you're going to get a lot of your bites on these square bills. You know, it's going to be really good around laydowns, also under bridges and stuff like that. Off points. So yeah, guys, it's another solid looking crankbait from Vexen. I've liked the stuff that I've gotten from them so far, so really looking forward to using this guy. All right, let's move on along, see what else we got this month. I see something in here that I know I'm gonna like. All right, so we got some magic minnows here, and these are from Weston. Guys, Weston is a company that I've gotten a lot of stuff in mystery tackle boxes from. They make really good, solid, quality lures. They make some really good looking lures. I've gotten, I think, 4 or 5 different lures from Weston in mystery tackle boxes over the last year, and they've all worked really well. So as you guys can see, it's a soft body swim bait. Comes with a jig head, also comes with an extra trailer. Says the jig head is 3/8 of an ounce, and it says the overall weight of the entire lure is 3/4 of an ounce. So let's check out and see if there's any information about this bad boy on the back. All right, and it says this is sparkling green. So we got a sparkling green magic minnow. Yeah, guys, I like this lure. I've gotten some soft body swim baits from Weston before called ring tees, and they seem to work really well. They were more of a ribbed body design. They were kind of designed more for displacing water and retaining scent. So these things are going to be a little different. You know, these look awesome. So if the action is as good as they look, then I think they're going to work really well. You know, guys, the soft body swim bait is one of my favorite things to throw this time of year, especially up around grass and weed beds and stuff. This thing looks like it's going to be weedless, so that's going to be perfect. I always like Texas rig my soft body swim baits. Keeps them totally weedless, and they come right through the stuff really easily. And I think this is going to come through really easily as well. So yeah, guys, the soft body swim bait, definitely make sure you're throwing this thing up around cover and vegetation. You're going to get some really big bites off of these things, I'm sure. Really looking forward to getting these out and trying them. I know these are going to catch fish. All right, guys, so the next thing we've got here in the box is this Atlas spinnerbait from Castaic Lures. All right, I've gotten a lot of stuff from Castaic in mystery tackle boxes as well, just like the Weston. And they make some pretty solid lures. I like what I've gotten from them so far. I've gotten a couple of topwater lures, gotten a couple of jerkbait style lures, all really good stuff. And this doesn't look like it's going to be any different. It looks like it's going to be a really solid, well-made spinnerbait. I love the colors on this thing, the white and the blue. And then there's a little bit of yellow in the head there and a really nice eye. It looks like it's going to be really cool. I love that it's got the double willow blades. That tends to be my favorite configuration to throw when I'm throwing spinnerbaits. They just seem to cut through stuff a little bit easier. You know, to be completely honest, I'm not a real big spinnerbait fisherman. I'll rarely use spinners because I just don't have a whole lot of luck on them around here. Honestly, though, I think it's more of a confidence thing. I've got a buddy that uses spinnerbaits religiously, and he catches fish like crazy. But I've never had a lot of luck on spinners. But anyway, guys, this is 3/8 of an ounce. Let's see if there's any more info on this thing on the back. All right, so yeah, the color of this is clear blue glimmer, and it says it's got Katana tournament grade hooks on it. So Katana makes a pretty good hook. It's one of those companies not a lot of people have heard of, I don't think, but they make really decent hooks. I've gotten some hooks from them out of mystery tackle boxes in the past, and they work really well. So super sticky sharp. Yeah, guys, another great summer bait. This is another one of those power fishing baits that we were talking about when we had that card out. So you'll definitely want to check the card out and see how you should use this. I'll tell you the way that I use this thing. I like to throw it up along docks. I like to throw it around stand-in timber. I like to throw it around submerged cover. And the way I'll retrieve this thing is I'll keep it just under the surface, and I get some pretty big bites when I do get bites on this. So, but this is a really pretty color. I really like this spinnerbait. I think it's going to work well. It's going to mimic bait fish really well with these colors. So definitely want to try it out. But anyway, let's see what else we've got in the box this month. All right, guys, it looks like we are moving into our soft plastics for this month. And we've got a lure here from a company that's been around for a long time. Cream Lures. They make really inexpensive soft plastic lures, and they're pretty decent quality as well. This thing is called the Speed Screamer. It's in green pumpkin. And let me pull one of these guys out of here and show it to you. All right, let's take a look at this thing and see what we're working with here. All right, so this is an interesting looking design. We've got a few things going on here. We've got a couple of these appendages coming off the side. We've also got a couple of curly tails on the back here, and you know, they'll work like a grub tail. Then the body is real interesting. It's like a frog or a lizard. It's a real weird looking body. I guess it kind of looks like a pollywog or something. It's just an interesting looking creature bait, and the green pumpkin color is going to be perfect for around here. So that's a plus. You know, I guess you could just Texas rig this thing. That's probably how I would try fishing it. You might even be able to use this as a trailer on a jig or something. I don't know. It looks like it would work pretty well as a trailer. I like that it's got this channel that runs along the back and the bottom. It runs along the back and the belly on both sides. That's going to help you guys keep this thing weedless. It's going to give a nice little divot for your hook to set in. So yeah, I think that's really cool. It's definitely a unique looking soft plastic lure. That's one of the cool things about Mystery Tackle Box, guys, is you get some really weird stuff, some unique stuff. I've gotten some really weird lures a lot like this. One month I got some from a company called Lunker City, and I can't remember the name of the lure, but it looked absolutely insane. It looked like something out of the Aliens movie, like H.R. Geiger designed it. And it worked really well. It caught fish really well. So these weird lures that you might not necessarily pick up for yourself at the tackle shop, they still work. Yeah, they will definitely still work. So don't be one of those guys that gets one of these things that you've never used before and have no confidence in, and you just throw it to the side and never use it. Try it out. Try it out. Definitely try it out. That's what's going to make you guys better anglers, is stepping outside of the box and using things that you might not typically use. Learning new techniques that you might not typically use. That's what Mystery Tackle Box is really good at, is forcing you to step outside of the box. And this is one of those lures where it's gonna get you to step outside the box a little bit. All right, so let's check this next lure out. All right, this one right here is from Wave Fishing. It says get bait, get bit. And this one is a full pack of lures. All right, and on the back here, it tells you a little bit about how you can rig this thing. So we got some Texas rig, wacky worm, Carolina rig, drop shot rig, weightless. So you can fish this thing in a variety of different ways. I like it when they send us versatile baits like that. All right, the bait card says this thing is called the Tiki Snake. And the color isn't on here, but I know what this is. It's a watermelon red flake. And it looks really cool, guys. It's kind of weird. It's like a snake, I guess. Let's pull one of these things out of here and we'll take a look at it up close. All right, guys, so check that thing out. It definitely looks a little like a snake. It's got more of a lizard profile on the body. It's got these scales that are molded in. Then it's got this really fat curly tail. That's going to put off a ton of action, I already know. And then it's got this snake head on it, which is pretty cool. I've never seen anything quite like this before. I've had some snake lures before, but they resembled a snake a little more than this does. This is it's kind of short and fat. But I can tell you guys, this fat curly tail is going to put off a ton of action. This is one of those lures, guys, that you can use in a variety of different ways, like we saw in the pack. And I've got no doubt that it's going to catch a ton of fish. Ribbon tail worms always catch fish. Curly tail grubs always catch fish. So I know this is going to be a producer. So yeah, guys, Wave Baits. It's a company that I've never heard of before. And again, that's one of the things that Mystery Tackle Box is real good for. They introduce you to companies that you might not ever heard of before. They introduce you to lures that you might not see in your local tackle shops. And this is one of those lures. Again, this is going to be a great lure for you guys to throw around weeds and grass beds and stuff like that, because you can Texas rig this thing and keep it totally weedless, which is going to be great for pulling through that real thick stuff. And that's where you're going to get your biggest bites at right now. That's my experience. The biggest bites that I get during the summertime, they come from that real thick slop. And this is going to be great for that. So yeah, guys, Wave Baits, that's the Tiki Snake. So let's check out what else we've got in the box. We've only got a couple things left here, and it looks like they are terminal tackle items. So the first thing we've got here is an underspin from Mustad Hooks. And this guy is a 1/4 ounce. It's a pretty cool looking head. It's got like a more of a modern design to it. Pretty neat color scheme. A little bit of blue, a little bit of green. Got some white on the belly. Definitely going to be good at mimicking a bait fish. And of course, guys, it's a mustad hook. I mean, I don't even have to say anything about how good mustad hooks are. A lot of pros have relied on mustad hooks for a long time. They make fantastic hooks, super sharp, really nice products. They're also really strong. I've never had a problem with one of these bending out on me or anything. You know, I love throwing an underspin with a soft body swim bait. That's another one of my favorite things to throw this time of year, and it works really well. You know, it's one of those things, it's like I can't understand why I don't have a whole lot of luck with spinner baits, but when I throw an underspin, it just tears them up. So I'm going to get a lot of use out of this guy. All right, and last but not least, we've got some more mustad hooks in here. And these are just some ultra lock light soft plastic hooks, 4/0 size. There's 2 of them in the pack, and it's one of the cool things about Mystery Tackle Box as well. They always send you a little bit of terminal tackle, just enough to get you started. And terminal tackle, guys, that's one of those things that I go through a lot of during a fishing season. I go through tons of hooks and weights and all kinds of stuff like that. Mystery Tackle Box has got you covered. They send you something every month. So that's it for this month. So there you guys go. Solid box as always. We got some great stuff in there. That crankbait from Vexen looks like it's going to be pretty good. Also like that spinnerbait from Castaic. And those Weston swim baits I think are going to be really cool. I've gotten several things from Weston and Mystery Tackle Boxes. They never disappoint. I like all the lures that I've gotten from that company. But anyway, you guys let me know what you thought down in the comments section. Tell me what your favorite bait was out of this month's box. If you've got any questions about any of the individual baits, ask them. I'll do my best to answer. Also, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. That lets me know you like what's going on here. Then if you haven't already, make sure you go down and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button too. That's going to let you guys know anytime I post a new video. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Listen, I really appreciate y'all that have been hanging in there with me. I know these videos aren't coming as consistently as we usually do. Things are getting crazy, man. I got a new baby that's coming. It's probably going to be here this week. Then, of course, with all this coronavirus going on, we've had 3 kids that would normally be in school. They're home. Well, of course, they're out for summer break now. So between all that, and I'm working a couple of different jobs, things have just been hectic. So I really appreciate y'all's patience. But anyway, thank you guys again, and tight lines until next time.